Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first ever episode of Intermission. I'm here with Richie Fialkovic and Joe Reyna. Guys, introduce yourselves.
So you already did, but I'm Richard. I'm Richie. I'm the crew chief this year, first stage crew.
And I'm Joe. I'm also in the stage crew. I do wrestling. And I guess that for now. More information will come as we continue.
So we're all seniors and we all started stage crew at the very same time. And our first ever show was Jersey Boys. So, first high school to do Jersey Boys. Thoughts on that?
That was exciting. That was, even though we only had like a month in between getting the show announced and opening night, a month and a half. That would being the first school to do it, the first high school to do it, especially lost my train of thought, but there was pressure on us too.
Yeah.
I feel, but it was really exciting.
It didn't really matter much to me. I didn't really care about that fact. Looking back, that it was interesting. If I'm correct, the reason was because like the guy who owned the play was like a graduate, so they could
Yeah, one of the playwrights, an alum, so we got the rights for like free or something.
Yeah.
So you guys remember, so we are seniors now, and do you guys remember what roles you had for our freshman show?
So I was spotlight operator, that was really exciting because being a freshman, just stepping into it for the first time. Like I'd never done anything theater related before, except for the, weird little shows at my elementary, middle school.
Yeah.
You remember? Joe and yeah, we graduated from this. Yeah, we graduated from the same middle school. It's been a couple of years. I blocked most of those memories. Yeah, but we had a few little shows that our priests put together, but this is the first time I did anything to this scale, especially since we didn't do a fall show that year. So being put on spotlight operator was an honor, and it was a really fun time.
I joined later on here. I think I joined like a week before the play got announced. Because I think I just have the issue I write my email wrong. Because like I think one of every 10 clubs I ever signed up for, I ever get an emails for on the list for. Yeah, I am just doing my tech that's basically backstage where I help the actor mics and help them find stuff they lose. They will use things commonly.
Still.
It's still, I guess, a few one time actor like lost, like for one time they lost one didn't know to tie their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to tie their shoes. They were a senior.
Speaking of backstage incidents, if you watched the recording of Jersey Boys, you would hear a mirror smash backstage. Joe,
Yes,
can you explain?
That was so they had a mirror at the top of the flight of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the girls was changing it on the top of the stairs here. She put her shoes and clothes on top of the stairs. I didn't see as I walked up. I fell over, stand back up, hit the mirror that was on top of the stairwell, and it fell.
Was that mid-show?
That was in the final song.
Yeah,
They were doing. I believe it was the final thing. They're about to change for it. And that was the whole thing. It was like the big fight.
I think it was when all of them came back, like they reunited at that scene where they're all like, when they sing "Ragdoll."
Yeah, no, I can picture the scene just in my memory. I remember that happening during Hell Week, but
it was not.
It was during
the play.
During the show. I wonder if any audience members noticed it.
Yeah,
that was a loud crack.
that was a really loud crash with mirror.
It was really loud, but before the show, let's talk about the best. We call it like the best 10 minutes of stage crew. Right before the show, we all go downstairs into the cafeteria.
Only stage crew. It's the entire.
Basically, it's like
the entire upper.
It's the entire.
It's the final more before the storm begins.
Exactly. It's the calm before the storm. We're all downstairs.
I would describe it as calm.
It's not even calm, but yeah, the calm before the storm.
Yeah, sure.
Rising tensions.
We're downstairs. We're all in the cafeteria. I feel like that's the best moments of, I don't know, being in stage crew. Let's talk about Prayer and Pulse. Let's explain what that is.
Oh yeah, we have these pre-show rituals, and do we talk about Pulse? Because that's more.
You want to do it or no?
Like, should we even?
I don't
Yeah,
think
sure. Let's
talk about
basically they have us all like circle up, and they have to like like the acting thing was like the passing around like the energy, and they grab each other hands so one person gets and they have like the luck for the night. Then Portanova runs around in a circle and repeatedly while trying to high five people, and then we all run to the church.
The chapel, yeah.
All runs to the chapel.
The whole thing, we all get into. It's supposed to be a circle, but it's never a circle. It sounds
In our hearts, it is. In
our hearts, it's a circle. It's like the very messed up oval.
Stretched out oval.
Yeah, we'll all get together and we'll have a quick prayer, and then we all join hands right over left, and one person, usually one of the lead roles of the show, is going to start it off with a squeeze both hands, and you close your eyes, and as soon as you feel one hand get squeezed, you squeeze the other one, and if both your hands get squeezed at the same time, you have a magic for the night. And
Magic.
ultimately, it means nothing. We all know that, but it's also feeling your hand get squeezed is supposed to signify you walking into whatever you're doing. Cast or crew, everyone's important, and everyone needs to do their job to get the job done.
Yeah. I know we already talked. I have a question down here saying, what's your biggest rookie mistake? Joe, we already know your biggest rookie mistake with that mirror. But Richie, do you have a big rookie mistake?
I do. During an actual production, at least because once I hit sophomore year, I very much know I was doing production wise. I feel like in those first weeks where we were building the platforms, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was most of everyone was a rookie unless you like worked with your dad in the garage and you know how to use tools. But I remember having Tyler or Jason or some, upperclassmen, or at least someone who was older than me. When I was first using the drills, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I probably, if not for them stepping in, I would have stripped so many screws, and we would that was fun. It still wasn't. Well, it was fun, but it wasn't fun.
My biggest rookie mistake wasn't really my freshman year. It was actually my sophomore year. Not really a rookie anymore, but it was I believe the second night of Catch Me If You Can. It was like a few minutes after the opening number, and I'm on sound effects, and I start falling asleep. It's a live show. The audience is there, and I'm starting to fall asleep, and then I'm knocked out for like a good 5 minutes. Thank God I had no cues. I had nothing to do, but it was just 5 minutes of sleep. I hope, Mr. Wagner, if you're watching this, please do not fire me. I really love stage crew. I will never fall asleep on the soundboard ever again.
Or at least you let Antonio go.
Antonio could have covered me, and Renzo could have covered me. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, Renzo acted in Jersey.
He acted in The Boys as an actor. Couldn't get out that damn phone. And he did stage crew, and he's in acting again. Yes, he signed up for acting again.
Well, he's been showing up to the Caribbean, so maybe that is Jamie Hard.
So our first show was Jersey Boys, but our latest show will be 12 Angry Men. Thoughts on that?
It's
a cool show. Yeah.
Pretty generic play. I don't agree with them not having it be all guys, not letting the girls audition. You can do it gender neutral. I've seen productions like that.
I think 12 Angry Men is a wonderful story. It's a great story. I really like it. I hope it sticks to the story where they're all in one room. So if they're in one room, no one has to go off stage, so I don't have to do with mics. I don't have to turn on and off mics. But I think this is going to be a really good show. I think everyone listening should come and watch the show. It's going to be a great show.
Usually what, $20?
I think they upped the prices last year.
No, because they were offering it was like $50 and you get.
No, it was more than 50. I remember it was absurd. More than like I get. It was absurd. They give you cheap wine and pizza.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, but that was an option if you want.
No, but they did raise the base ones, if I remember correctly. By like $5 or something like that.
Okay, cool, yeah. Fall show. The fall show is. I lose that $20 usually.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
The Clue is.
Do you want to go into Clue? No, no.
I wasn't there for
It's good-
so
it's
that's
good
content too.
We'll wait till the next episode to go with the clip.
Yeah, because next we'll be have like James,
Mhm.
because Joey wasn't there for Chloe.
Yeah. Jersey Boys, we all love the show. I know every senior who did that show loves the show. But when did you fall in love with the show?
Technique.
Tag Week.
It was fun. It would being in the general community, and all the rowdy trips to Brewster's, everyone crammed together, and who usually go with us? Who was it?
The curly haired Paul one.
LeBlanc, man.
Anthony LeBlanc. Shout out to Anthony.
He would drive us. I think one time I went with Ryan Harnaga. I love him. I gotta catch up with him at some point. There was Chris. Blank on his last name. Started with an A.
Chris Mella.
Chris Mella. He shows up, and then Jason and I got really, really close. You know Mr. Skinner?
Yeah, I know he's giving. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason and Skinner and I were all into, well, I still am, a card game, the Magic. Is yeah.
I remember you playing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Skinner had a bunch of those cards, and Jason and I both loved the game. So pretty much every single day, I'd go down to the cafeteria and I'd have lunch, and I'd go up to Skinner's room and play Magic with Jason until the bell rang. So we got really, really close. I for a while, I was saying I wish I was 1 year older so I could have more than just 1 year with them. But I'm happy with where I am. I love you guys. I love the, community we've built that we're now the top of, which is crazy to me. Yeah.
I know you said you fell in love with the show during Tag Week, and also Joe, you had a disaster during a night that we were live. But do you remember like something bad that happened during Tag Week or during Hell Week, or is that too far in the past?
Jersey Boys?
Yeah, I don't remember it. I most remember there was one night where like a whole bunch of actors and Mike died. If I remember correctly, there was like there was one
Thing with the mics.
where a whole bunch of mics got screwed off.
I think that was
Back on to the question you asked beforehand about the best memory of we fell with the play. I would say probably backstage with LeBlanc. We were joking around and stuff near like the end of the play when he started dancing, doing dances backstage right to the final number once he had no more cues. He just started copying everything.
Yeah, I feel like we all still have some parts of that choreo ingrained into us.
Shout out Miss Fran. Shout out Miss Hallie. Shout out to Miss Newman. She was
And yeah, she does costumes.
all of them.
Mrs. New.
Mrs. Newman. Thank you. All wonderful choreography. My favorite memory has to be opening night, Ralph Field's birthday. We all bought him a cake. we bought him a cake. We went downstairs to the cafeteria, saying happy birthday. I have video of that. Saying him happy birthday.
Yeah, send that. Oh my God.
That was a wonderful time. That was awesome. Let's see.
There was actually, just thinking about the dance. There was one other thing that I don't know if this would be like a moment I fell in love with the show, but just a moment that I'll always think of during Tech Week and Hell Week. So Jersey Boys, we had 4 spotlights for the 4 Jersey Boys. And it was myself, Anthony Lorenzo / Vinny Goodrich. Yeah. Polea, rather. Not Goodrich. Vinny Polea. My fault, Vinny. Because one of them couldn't make one of the shows. And it was Ellis and Chris Amella. And when it got to, I think it was Walk Like a Man, we were all up there because none of us had any spotlight cues. So we were all up there doing the dance, and you guys can't see what I'm doing, but that was really funny. That was really funny.
You went from spotlights to lighting board.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder, or do you think it's easier?
Objectively, probably a little bit harder because for both being lighting things, though they're two very different roles. I mean, for musicals, it's so much easier to press the button when James says go. But for the fall shows, shout out to Moser. But for the fall shows, I designed all the lights. The Clue I helped Tyler and Paul design the lights. That's the story from another episode. Outsiders, that was another. Yeah, I don't think it names off that at all yet, but that was another really fun show. And I designed all the lights for that solo. That was a fun time. I'm looking forward to doing it for 12 Angry Men, but designing the lights, because you gotta know what you're doing. And once you get into the groove of things, it's easy enough to work out. But especially with the changes that Portanova inevitably wants you to make, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it also feels like there's slightly less pressure because once you get everything programmed, it comes back to just pressing a button. Whereas I suppose you can mess up live if you press the button at any time to miss a cue or whatever. But spotlights are way more of a live endeavor where you need to make sure, like, it's going to be noticeable if you mess up, and there's a lot more involved in the aiming and keeping it steady. So overall, I'd say being the light board tech is easy.
Okay. Joe, you've been through multiple jobs. You went from mic tech to doing spotlights to doing the ropes backstage. Which one's your favorite?
I probably say Spotlight,
Spotlight.
like that.
What makes Spotlight better than the other two?
I like doing it. I did Spotlights and Outsiders. It was more simple. I kind of just following around the characters. There's like one of us really an entire play. There was like one scene or wasn't. So I basically just following whoever like the main character was in the scene, whoever like mainly talking. Yeah. And kind of following them around, and yeah, I found it more interesting than the ropes and stuff. It's like something I was active doing the entire time. There wasn't really any downtime.
Favorite song from Jersey Boys? Dawn.
Dawn.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, yeah, the main song. I think it's Eagle.
December 1906. That was a good. Jersey Boys had a wonderful song.
Well, because Jersey Boys, those weren't show.
It's a jukebox musical. It's pre-existing song from the 50s.
Yeah. But hey, you could argue Catch Me If You Can also had great songs.
Yeah,
but
those
are show tunes.
Yes.
But yeah, Jersey Boys, the songs.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Wiz here.
Well, the Wiz is different. I feel like we should do a whole episode for
We should do
and much people around the mic as well.
I feel like Clue and with the Wiz should have their whole
Does those
separate episodes.
Interesting for Crew, to say the least. The other ones are just
Clue. We have a range of opinions on that screen.
For Clue was black box, meaning the audience sat on the stage, which was, I don't think Stepinac had. I can't speak for. I don't think. No, they haven't did before. Okay.
They said that.
It was. I've heard stories that we like 20, 30 years ago that we did that, but I'm not going to trust that. So for the sake of ease, that was the first time we had Stepinac had ever done black box, and it was an adjustment from what Tyler and Paul were used to. Yeah, and I guess what I was used to, but I've only done one other black.
They haven't announced what the set for this year is, but I'm making a bet that we're doing the same thing. It's going to be like a courtroom. That's my guess.
Well, that's what Wagner said. That the convenient thing is that as for Lori, probably changing the set from what is for the prosecution to 12 Angry Men is probably not going to be too intense.
Yeah, because either way, it's going to probably be a courtroom setting. Yeah. Questionable. Oh yeah, I guess on the Wiz part of that, the Wiz they bought a very expensive. You can guess if you can. They rented it out for 2 weeks. A very expensive screen. The only information I'll give you, it's more than any of the teachers here are paid. It's more than an entire salary.
Well, to buy it out, to rent it.
The rent, no, it was rented. It was that much too. Yeah, I remember correctly.
Let me talk about it.
This will be a discussion later on.
It was like a jumbotron. It was.
We'll have like episode 2 probably dedicated to this single conversation.
Yeah, there was the Wiz.
The Wiz will have its own episode, I promise.
But I'll leave it off at the Wiz was almost definitely the most tech heavy show we've
100%. 100%. If you saw the Wiz, you saw all the stuff. We did all the flying. That tornado scene, the Eveline flying in the air, her disappearing, her melt.
Shout out to
Ariana.
Reyna for Rocha. I'm sorry. Correct?
A really good singer. Really,
What is thinking?
now? I'm not sure. I think she's still
What's the question?
performing. If what Ariana's doing.
I believe she's at Emerson in Boston, and she's I think still doing musical theater.
that's good.
So yeah, shout out. If you could take one object from any of the shows, any prop, take it home with you, what are you taking?
Off the dome, one of the like retro style microphones from Gears Awards, but I have to think about it.
I've made a tradition to take a script every year. Probably that, but if we're thinking like a prop,
Well, I am getting this great.
I had never been given one. I just steal it. I just steal at the end because people normally leave it behind the final show or are just not looking.
Yeah.
Don't care anymore.
This is one point where then probably going to get drunk weapon. So
Yeah.
it's going on. No one's going to miss it.
And also I guess the bar from the second play we did.
Which one?
Catch me if you can.
Catch Me, yeah,
Yeah.
the bar. Probably choose that bar. That was fun.
That was a pain.
Yeah, but that's why it's good for memory's sake.
Remember? It was like crack time for Catch Me If You Can. We were like, we were behind and it was technique. I think even and there was the eclipse.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Get out the CD again with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
During Catch Me If You Can, late April, or mid-April, there was an eclipse.
Midway.
Yeah, it was during Tech Week. I think
Like the 22nd through the 27th.
something like that.
Yeah, I remember
You're burning outside.
I remember Murphy yelling at Michael because Chop Michael because he was going to take off the glasses while they were watching, and she said, "Don't take your glasses."
Michael said, wait, Mr. Murphy was like, Michael, put on your glasses or I'm going to fail you for art. I was like, wow. But yeah, shout out Michael. Michael, please come back. Michael, I really want to interview you on the show. But
You should have you one like alumni one.
that would be a great.
Where's Mike?
He went to I think Mercy. I might be. He went to like nurse.
Yeah, from nursing.
Yes, he's still doing stage crew there, so maybe you could bring him there, ask him about how he's doing stage crew there.
Yeah, I mean, Dorenzo was also doing crew up in Alfred State or Alfred, the public one. But there's Alfred U and there's SUNY Alfred. He was a SUNY Alfred. Yeah, we should get a legacy episode. We want to get the twins back. But from
Let's see. I wanted to ask about, let's see, if you could write a letter to your future self.
we're doing this now.
And we are at our final speeches. For the people who don't know what final speeches are, seniors get to say their last words before they, leave the theater and I guess say goodbye.
We should probably record them and post them.
I
was like, everyone appeared.
That's a very intimate thing.
I
feel like crying.
I need to. As like everyone appeared on the show, like their final words.
Oh, should we do a cast episode? We should do a cast
We
episode.
could do a guys episode.
Like a end year, all the seniors graduating, have them all talk.
Side note, low key guy, co-host.
If you want, yeah. But yeah, if you could write a letter to your future self, and you're about to say your final speech, I'm gonna switch it. If you could write a letter to your past self,
Yeah.
write a letter to yourself right before opening night. We're done. We are done praying. We're done doing the prayer and pulse. We're walking from the chapel to our spots. We're in places. Show's about to start. Mr. Southern's speech going on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Archbishop Stepinac Theater, the Major Bowles Auditorium. And the thing is over. House off. What are you going to tell yourself right there?
Calm down. I had some bad anxiety during that. Well, not anxiety, just like the nerves. Just take a breath. You're fine, kid. And then just as a general, I don't know if we're gonna get Soviet about it. As a general thing, just remember to breathe. Everything's gonna work out up until senior year, and then everything past senior year is not your problem right now. So just relax. That's my problem.
Joe, what about you?
I guess like talk more, be more social. I'm some suffer like from agoraphobia, and that's always been like issue for me.
It's still a task.
It's a intense fear of human interaction generally. I'm better at it now. I don't have it that badly currently. It can get pretty bad. I know like the end of it is like your body starts physically bothering because you refuse to walk or be around other people.
For how long I don't know, it does. Yeah, that kind of explains a lot.
Yeah, I guess just talk. I'd say talk more people, more social.
People are friendly. Yeah, some of the people are friendlier than others, but people are friendly overall.
All right. So that was it. That was awesome. We did it.
Oh, should we do an outro?
We should do an outro. Guys, this is the outro. Guys, thank you for watching the first episode of Intermission. I'm your host, Chandler.
And then your probably co-host, Richie.
Probably returning guest, Joseph Reyna.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our first episode. Let us know if you want more. And we'll see you next time.